Hello, I'm Bob Weir with another interview of notable people in upstate South Carolina. My guest today is Shawn Bell, the City Administrator of Fountain Inn. Thank you for being here, Shawn.
Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure.
If you would begin, please, by telling our viewers the duties and responsibilities of the City Administrator.
Sure. So, when asked in the public or family members, what does a city administrator do? I like to say it's, I'm hired to make sure that I carry out the day-to-day operations of the city government and to carry out the vision and goals of city council.
All right, and are you appointed by the City Council?
I am. I'm appointed and serve at the pleasure of city council.
Is that for a specific term?
No, I do have an employment contract, but that can be terminated at any time upon four members of council voting for that.
Right.
So there's no set term.
So you always serve at that pleasure?
Absolutely.
Do you select staff members to assist in administration?
Yes, so we have what we call department heads, and in Fountain Inn's form of government, all of our department heads have to be approved by city council. So I make a recommendation to council on the appointment of, let's say, fire chief, police chief, public works director, and they vote on that. Any employee below the department head level is staff led.
Okay, so they all need approval by the council?
For all of our department heads, yes.
Okay, but you do the selection?
Correct.
Right. How many employees on your staff?
Yeah, I think full-time and part-time, we're around the 190 employees now.
And what is the size of the Fountain Inn budget?
So the budget that we just passed that went into effect July 1 of 2023 and will go till June 30 of 2024, it was around $45 million. And that was all funds, and that also included some grant funding that we got as well.
And is that the very close to what it was in the last budget?
Our budget is steadily increasing every year, mainly because of all of the residential, commercial, and industrial growth we're seeing.
Okay. And the council, of course, must approve the budget?
Yes. So by state law, you have to have a public hearing, and you have to have 2 readings of an ordinance to adopt the budget.
Okay. Where does the revenue come from?
Well, there are various sources, but our main source of revenue is property taxes. So your the taxes you pay on your home or your vehicle, that's our largest source of revenue. Second is probably business license, and then other various fees and things like that.
And sales tax?
Sales tax we only have for our hospitality tax, and that is a 2% tax on all prepared food and beverages. And so that's all your restaurants. If you go into a gas station and get a sealed bottle of Mountain Dew, that is not considered prepared food, but if you were to get a hot dog at Quick Trip, that would be considered prepared food. And like at the grocery store or Food Lion in Fountain Inn, some of that prepared food, prepackaged that you can buy would count towards that, but your normal groceries do not.
And what percentage is that?
2%.
2%, okay. And I was going to ask you about the hospitality tax plan, so that took care of that. All right, so, and what is the population of Fountain Inn?
Our most recent census estimate had us right around 12,000 people.
And can you give residents some idea of the type of services rendered by the town? Sure.
So the one that probably touches every resident on a weekly basis is our Public Works Department. They will pick up your curbside trash once a week. Those that want to have curbside recycling service, they can get that picked up every other week. Also, we pick up your yard debris, and then also they maintain our sewer collection system. So every time you flush the toilet, that's going through our city sewer system.
And is that all part of the property tax?
No, your sewer is a flat rate that is billed on your water bill. Yep. And so we have Greenville Water bills on behalf of some of our residents, and then Lawrence County Water Sewer bills on behalf of some of our other residents. So, but police and fire, parks and recreation, our judicial system, we have a natural gas utility, so that is a natural gas department. So those are some of the main services that we provide.
And for those who may not know, how many council members are there?
We have 6 council members and a mayor, so a total of 7. And
They all have a vote.
they all have a vote, and all of the votes are weighted equally. So the mayor's vote is not a tie-breaking vote or worth any more than another council member's.
Right. And how many of the council members are up for re-election?
This year we had 4 council members, including the mayor, up for re-election. But after filing concluded, only one of our council members has an opponent.
Oh,
So we only have 1 municipal election this upcoming November.
okay. And I know, like you say, the mayor does not have an opponent, so.
Right.
So you have the mayor and 3 council members do not have opponents.
The mayor and 2 other council
Two,
members,
that's right.
yeah, don't have an opponent, but one of them does.
One has an opponent, all right. When and where are council meetings held?
So we have a regularly scheduled council meeting the 2nd Thursday of every month at 6 p.m. And that is at our municipal court building at 300 Wall Street.
All right, and the next election, of course, is November 7th. Where do people go to vote?
We have 3 voting locations in the city of Fountain Inn. The Yacht Center for Performing Arts right there on North Main Street. The Fountain Inn Activity Center, which is on Fairview Street. And then also for our Lawrence County residents, Pine Grove Baptist Church is the 3rd.
All right, and do you have early voting locations as well?
So our elections are taken care of by Greenville County and Lawrence County, and so if you want to vote early, you would need to contact Greenville County, and if you live in Greenville County and Lawrence County, if you live there, and I believe both of those offer early voting locations.
Great. Well, I think you answered a lot of questions here, a lot of good information, and I see that I'm looking at the clock and getting the sign that we're getting towards the end. So is there anything you'd like to add before we close?
No, I think, October 2nd for me will be 6 years here in this position. I've enjoyed it thoroughly. I love it here in Fountain Inn. My wife and 2 daughters. I'm raising a family here in this community, and it's just a privilege to work for the citizens of Fountain Inn.
It is a really nice city, a nice little city.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
We're looking forward to more time spent here and more time spent with family. I want to thank you, Shawn, for taking the time for this interview.
Yeah, thank you for your service. Appreciate it.
Thank you, and thank you for watching.